Boom.
Biddly, 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 booyah! Yes. What's good, everybody? You know what time it is. Clout Chasers here. They thought he was done. They thought he was dead. They thought he was gone for. He's back. He's here with his main man. You know what time it is. Get that badger in and on and over here. He's in, he's on, he's over, he's here. That badger's in. Text flying within. He's on, he's over, he's here. Yes, what's good, everybody? Follow me on Twitter. JackCity Music. Big announcement coming soon. IE, whatever, don't matter. Religious education on the music. Big announcement will be incoming. I'm going to need everybody's help. Muchly appreciated. It's going to be a big FU to the system, is this one, for real. Quick shit vid. Huge 3 games now. Huddersfield, Stoke and Wednesday all coming thick and fast. I truly think if we get 3 points, we actually pull away a bit from Ipswich, Southampton, etc. Just do a quick reflection on Chelsea. And I also want to just say, I hope that guy that fell from the stands is okay. It's absolutely horrendous fall. So, yeah, absolute madness. But yeah, so Chelsea, just quickly, thought we'd give a brilliant account at Chelsea. I really enjoyed Joseph's celebration. I don't know if anybody caught it, but it was like saying, I am here, and he was like proper fired up. And I thought it was an interesting phrase to use, like, you know, ace, really. And, you know, just a sign of his confidence, really. But I think he's sort of like saying everything. It's like, don't forget about me type of thing. But also, like, I'm the man. This is my stage. This is how good I am. Lee Dixon, I don't know what Lee Dixon were talking about, saying that he just got something on it. And I thought he was slagging a few of us off, to be fair, at points. I just thought, what's going on here? Like, you know, brilliant header. He just guided it in. Thought Anthony set it up wonderfully well. Lovely stuff. Little dink in. I actually thought Anthony played really well yesterday. I do like Anthony. I was discussing it with my mate though, and because he's not sure he's like athletic enough or fast enough, but I think he's a nippy lad. But I think it's more, he's a very different type of winger. So I don't want to compare him to Mahrez because he's obviously nowhere near Mahrez level. But you know, there is that element where he's a bit more of a Man City winger, really, where he wants to cut in, he wants the ball quite high up. Whereas Nonto can just set off, Somerville can set off, Dan James can certainly set off. Whereas he's a little bit more tricky, and he wants to hold the ball, he wants to cut in a little bit more, he wants to jink his way through, whereas them lot just sort of get going, don't they? I thought James were really well. He always puts a mint shift in, doesn't he? Bit unlucky when when he tried to dink keeper when he won ball. He sort of lost in 2 minds to trying because he loves winning a foul, doesn't he? So he sort of tries to win the foul and then kicks it, but I think it's sort of, the guy does pull him down, but he sort of puts himself off with it as well. A lot of talk about Gray. So obviously we've got Huddersfield tomorrow at 12:30. A lot of talk about Gray going into right back or centre or staying in centre mid, and I can't believe the amount of people that sort of calling him to be in the centre mid. You know, some pretty big voices also saying that he needs to stay in centre mid. It's a contradiction to me, this. People say that they look into the long term constantly, then they look for the short term. So are you looking into the long term or the short term? If all that's important is promotion and you didn't want to go far in the cup because all you wanted to do is focus on promotion, why would we change a 9-game winning streak? Why would you do that? It's a contradiction. So you're either looking long term, because I think there's no doubt about it, long term, he wants Ampadu and Gray in middle. I think that's the future, isn't it? I think Ampadu wants to play in middle, central midfield. I think he's really good at it. Him and Gray are a really good partnership. They showed that at the start of the year. But, you know, right now, Ampadu and Rodon are the best 2 centre-backs at the club. And I know a lot of people are wax lyrical about Pascal. Them two as a partnership, Pascal doesn't get in over either of them two. If you put Ampadu into middle, I think it affects Gruev's development as a footballer. The main thing with Gruev, which I've said a lot, is he comes far too deep for the ball. Against Leicester, he came extremely deep, and it's a form of hiding. Ampadu can play that central midfield role. You don't need to go get the ball off of him. He can play them 10 yard passes all day long. He's not going to mess up. He can put them into areas. Kamara pushes on a lot further now into like what the Gray role would be with Ampadu playing in central midfield. But overall, you know, absolutely awesome. Joseph mint, Gray mint, Roberts. Jury's out a little bit. I said on Joe's podcast yesterday, Just Joe, shout out to Just Joe, and yeah, that you know, and it is obviously it's a big step up to play against Chelsea, but you know whether he ain't better than Gray at right back. So stick with Gray. He's great to come off at bench. We can change stuff. I've said before that I like to be able to change the team within the team. You don't have to make a change necessarily, a substitute. You can bring off a winger, bring Roberts on, bring Gray into the centre. Last against Leicester, he put Gray left back. You know, there's loads of stuff we can do within. We make one change off at bench, and then we can make changes around the pitch. Rutter can go up top. Peru can go up top. Bamford's the only one that sort of sticks up top. Rutter's back, which is obviously a massive bonus. I've just seen an interview of him saying that he feels good and he was gutted not to play against Chelsea. I thought it was a real shame we didn't get to see him, to be honest, play against Chelsea due to the fact, you know, that we don't really know what level he can keep performing the way he does. With him being a tricky player, like a player that beats players. You know, there's some decent players in that Chelsea side, isn't there? So it's interesting. But yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Huddersfield Stoke, Wednesday, 9 points, pull away a little bit. And then a quick shit bit of information. My man Max Wobber, who when he came, you telling me he can't get stuck into a tackle? He loves the tackles, that fella. Get him straight in. And then he turned to shit, didn't he, big mad angry Gav? Well, apparently Mönchengladbach want 10 million. They're going to buy him for 10 million. I say, you can have him. You can have him for 6.9.
Boom.
JackCity, bitch. JackCity, bitch. Hey!
I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you and I'll do me. That's just the way it is. Don't wanna ever feel surprised. That's why I ask no.